Well, he's a Nashville country artist on a mission, traveling the country with his Giving Guitars tour, visiting homeless shelters and bringing hope through music. The tour has raised over $400,000 for communities in need, and today he is right here in Georgia, ready for another mission.
Stephen Cade, here to tell us more about your work on and off stage. We're so excited to have you here on set.
So great to be here with you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes.
It's great to be in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, welcome.
We're so excited to have you because really, Stephen, I mean, you traveled internationally. You've been able to play for so many audiences. Tell me about the social mission that brings you to ATL.
Yeah, so we're about giving back and through the power of music, and music is very healing. And you know, you give somebody a guitar that can't afford it, or maybe can't see a concert. You know, we go to a lot of foster homes, and kids get really excited when they see a guitar, and you put a guitar in their hand. It's very therapeutic, and you just never know when you're going to put your guitar in the hand of somebody like next to Jimi Hendrix or Paul McCartney or something, and they create songs that change people's lives. So it's really about helping others to help others, and so this mission has been wonderful. We've been to 158 shelters across 24 states and 3 countries in the last 4 years.
Because I'm sure you remember the feeling getting your first guitar and seeing that light up on somebody. That's got to be life-changing.
Yeah, it's so important. And I mean, countless shelters you visited. There's got to be monumental moments that you've taken with you, and you leave these guitars. What happens with them after they're left?
Well, there's a lot of things. Like, for one thing, they'll start worship bands. They'll have like little Be a Star contests. There's music therapy sessions that happen for them, songwriting therapy. It's just a lot of great things. Just in the wake of something musical, people can really create something magical, and so
The life of a songwriter and performer is packed. So where, one, do you get the space to do this, and why is this important to you?
Yeah, it's important to me because I feel like if there was anybody out there that would have helped you or any of us, there was at some point somebody gave us a hand up.
1000%.
And we sometimes we'll forget about that. We'll just get going in our thing. And but I want to make sure that I'm there to help the next one in line in whatever way I can. And I just happen to know a little bit about guitars and singing songs and writing songs. And so I just want to give back in that way.
It's so beautiful and give back indeed, because at the top of the segment we talked about over $400,000 that you've helped raise. That is just an incredible feat. Thank you for what you're doing. But what's next after that?
Well, we are going to be going to Arizona soon. If you go to givingguitars.org, that will take you to a calendar. Well, you go to StephenCade.com, that'll take you there.
There you go, StephenCade.com.
StephenCade.com, and follow our socials. We're going to be heading to Arizona to do like 4 or 6 shelters, a handful of shows, and so we'll be doing that all year long, and really excited about that.
Which I'm sure lays the groundwork for inspiring some new music, and we get to hear one of your singles today.
Absolutely.
Newer. So tell me a little bit more about, is it God Owned a Truck?
If God Had a Truck.
If God
had a truck.
I love the slogan, first of all.
I know.
So what happens if God had a truck?
Well, it's interesting. I had we were in church on a Sunday, and my pastor's like, if God had a truck, what would be on his radio dial? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a great title for a song. It just happened to blend with everything that we're doing and with Giving Guitars. And we'd appreciate support, by the way.
Absolutely.
With that. Anybody who can just go to Giving Guitars and become a monthly donor or a donor, we'd really appreciate that. But yeah, this is really about just saying, you know, what can a truck be used, what can we use our resources for?
Right. I love this. Well, we want to hear a snippet of it. And also, if God had a truck, he'd say, Jesus, take the wheel. Right? Right? There we go. We're going to tie that all together. We're going to get you with Carrie Underwood. But we're going to step out and let you play us out here.
Take it away, Stephen.
We jack 'em up and get 'em stuck by the river on a Friday night. Burn some tires and build bonfires in the glow of our taillights. Circle up our Chevys and Fords and get to talking about the Lord above and wonder what it would be like if God had a truck. Would it never need a tank of gas and drive 1,000,000 miles? Automatic when it comes to feeding every hungry child. Bunch of blankets in the bed to warm the homeless and the tired. A 4x4 that's strong enough to pull us from the muck and mire. He'd always be there to lift us up when times get tough and we get stuck. If God had a truck, Well, I've blown some cash and burned some gas, chasing down selfish dreams. I've come to find I've wasted time on these man-made machines. My knees at night now hit the floor, and I get to praying to the Lord above and wonder what it would be like if God had a truck. Would it never need a tank of gas and drive 1,000,000 miles? Automatic when it comes to feeding every hungry child. Bunch of blankets in the bed to warm the homeless and the tired. A 4x4 that's strong enough to pull us from the muck and mire. It'd always be there to lift us up when times get tough and we get stuck. If God had a truck, if God had a truck.
Oh, so good.
Fantastic.
Thank you so
That was
much.
amazing.
Appreciate
Wow.
that. Thank you.
What a
Really,
sound.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Sensational.
Well, that was a wonderful performance, and I do want to let you guys know Steven's whole family is here too.
Yes.
So the coolest thing to watch them watch you, and knowing those guitars are going to an amazing place, just starting that cycle
Thank
over
you.
again.
Appreciate
We love
that.
your
Thank you.
mission.
Thank you for having
And
me.
guys, we're going to put all this information about Steven and Giving Guitars for you on atlLiveshow.com.